Got something to say, no matter the topic. Then come and join us on the Speaking It.
Yo, it is Wednesday night. You know how we do it. Me, your host, Frank, on the Speaking It Real show. We've been gone for like 2 weeks. You know how that goes. I've been a little busy and stuff. And I go ahead and do a show finally. You know, I sold out Carlos last week. I'm sure he's not too happy, but he is right here next to me. Saying what up?
Sell out.
I'm a huge sellout, bro. I know, man.
Nah, man. Nah, it's all good. All good. I accept the reasons for why you took time off, my friend.
Good.
Quite all right.
And we'll talk about that now. We're gonna go ahead and bring on our guest today just to help us on the show. This is episode 98. We're 2 away from
98.
98 episodes.
98
Man.
episodes. Can you imagine that?
Do the thing.
Oh, you know what? Here, I can do this. Wait.
I
don't remember exactly what hand gesture, but go ahead. 98, baby.
Yay!
All right, listen, we're almost at 100. And listen, if you do hear a lot of noise of what you normally would listen to, I kind of switched offices or sections of my house. So now I have stuff over there. I got my desk over here, and I got my wonderful son over there playing freaking video games. So go figure how that's gonna work. Hopefully, he keeps his mouth shut. I'm hearing an echo somewhere.
Yeah, you're hearing it for me, probably.
Yeah, probably. I could hear myself double. But hey, look, man. It's Speaking It Real. We've been gone for 2 weeks. We're on Rumble, Twitch, Twitter.
What's up, Rumble?
Let's get. Don't say it all.
Rumble.
You know, and I don't know what else we're at now. We're happening all over the place. I'm trying to make sure that we are right now live on Rumble. Let's see.
Make sure. Rumble is a key component in this.
Oh yeah, it is, man.
Especially after the Supreme Court's nonsense today. Bad one.
Oh, well, we got to talk about that. I'm not sure what that nonsense will be, but I'm sure.
Man, I'm pretty sure I saved it here, so I'll be happy to bring it up, but they blew it today. Big time.
Gee, are you surprised?
Oh, man, nah, not like this. I mean, they're usually pretty good about these things. I'm not sure. I got to read some of the opinions on what they were thinking, but no bueno. I'm hoping somebody brings it up again, maybe with different wording or from a different angle, but they kind of...
Well, they did. I mean, let's just start with that.
So, hold on. Let me look it up here. Let me get my bookmarks. Essentially... I'm going to read it here. The Supreme Court ruled that government's communications with social media giants about removing COVID-19 misinformation did not violate the First Amendment. You know what that means, right, Frank? All those people that were telling us that the vaccine was probably not a good idea, or that ivermectin or other remedies were just as effective, and the government, I don't know if you remember all that nonsense about the Twitter files, but all that information was constantly being suppressed, and then we found out that it was Uncle Sam that was playing a large part in that. Essentially, they were suppressing free speech. And the Supreme Court today said, yeah, not really. They were battling disinformation. The problem I have with that ruling is twofold. One, again, if somebody wants to say something different about a cure for whatever the case may be, Uncle Sam has basically been told, no, you're kind of in charge of what we get to hear as far as what is quote unquote correct information. Number two, governments are like viruses. It ain't just going to stop at health information. It'll spread to everything. So whatever politics we disagree with, if the government doesn't like it, they're going to start talking to Twitter and everybody else about, hey, you need to tamp that down. That's not right. That's disinformation. If we feel that something went this way when it actually went this way and all of us smell the bullshit and the government doesn't want us to smell the bullshit, the government will reach out to these people and tell them, hey, tamp down the bullshit. The smell is obvious. They blew it. They blew it. They blew it big time on that one. I don't like the fact that they've given our government the flex to decide what is and what isn't disinformation. And furthermore, you know what that does. So if Speaking It Real has 1 billion subscribers and we're sharing our opinions, and in this show, every opinion is going to come out. So someone's going to say something that Uncle Sam's not going to like. And then they'll call YouTube and be like, yo, that Speaking It Real show, turn that shit down. Lower our visibility, lower our viewership, because the government doesn't want to hear what I or you or Ina had to say about, subject X. So yeah, no bueno, dude. No bueno. I don't know how you feel about our government having that kind of control over social media. I've already seen the damage that it can do. Yo, Richie! we've already seen the damage it can do as just in the previous election. We were told the laptop wasn't real. And all the stories about the laptop that were real were suppressed. They were, categorized differently. Call it what you want. And that changed the election. And I think the same thing goes for COVID.
Are you saying that the election was changed?
It was studied that I think the number was 17% of voters. That sounds like a large number, but let's just call it significant number of voters would have voted differently had the laptop story had the laptop story come to fruition, and if the laptop was true, they would have voted the other way. Yes, it did. It did. But let's not even stop there, because the election is something that you and I like to pick bones at. COVID. How many lives were lost because people were told not to trust certain things they heard because our government was telling social media suppress this information. And now the Supreme Court basically told them you can keep doing it. So I don't know, share your thoughts. But yeah, that was a bomb today. That was a bomb, in my opinion. Ina, I don't know how you feel about that either.
I got like
You got a what?
I got like Copa America on too, so I'm kind of.
Oh, La Copa? Are we playing today? No, we play tomorrow.
It's Mexico and Venezuela. I think Mexico's taking a shot. No, I'm sorry, Venezuela's taking a shot. Go!
Who took a shot?
Venezuela.
Venezuela scored on Mexico?
Yeah. So
yeah.
So
as much as I hate Mexico, I want CONCACAF to represent. So I don't know. Not too happy about that, but it is what it is.
I'm going to tell you what I think about the government suppressing information. Okay.
Go ahead, Frank.
Can they? No. Can they? Yes. Should they? No. All right. We should have the government should not control what we say, what we do. I am a firm believer of, hey, if you're gonna control bullshit, control bullshit. That's one thing.
Who's to declare what bullshit is, though? I mean, obvious lies are obvious. Right. If I'm going to tell you the tooth fairy, tooth fairy's flying behind you, and she's obviously not. But if I say that, hey, man, there's probably another way a problem can be resolved if we look at it this way, and that information doesn't benefit big corporations, it doesn't benefit the government structure, and the government starts telling whoever, Facebook, YouTube, name it, yeah, hey, you need to tamp that voice down. We can't be having that. And they start suppressing my viewership and my exposure.
It's a violation of your freedom of speech.
I don't understand what they were thinking. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And no, the government should not have any. even if I'm wrong, allow me to be wrong. There are people, hundreds of people, millions on social media that can freely correct me. That's why they have comment sections. If I'm talking bullshit, there's going to be a line of people with comments below my whatever telling you, yo, you're full of crap. Look here, look here, look here, look here. And problem solved. This show, for example, let's just use this show, is not the sole source of any education. People can comment on everything we're saying here. They can correct me, you, all of us. So no, let the people decide what is correct, what isn't correct, what's disinformation or not. But when the government is pulling the strings, no. Mm-mm.
See, that kind of makes me go to, why aren't they controlling all these sexual predators?
Stop that. Go ahead. Actually, sexual predators are being controlled.
Holy cow, it's Zach. Sorry, and I haven't seen Zach in forever. Yo, FJB, baby.
Listen, sexual predators are being controlled. That's why you have that sexual.
In what sense? No, hold on.
Sexual
Ina brought that up because she must
or-
be seeing something. Where exactly? Where are you coming from with that, Ina?
Well, on say like Discord, I watch all these crime shows. I've been watching like these ones about influencers that end up being killed and things like that. Or, I mean, just knowing that my kid is playing these video games where all of these live chats are going on and all these little kids that are getting kidnapped. And have you like looked at the list of people that are getting kidnapped? Now, how are to me,
I don't think the government. Yeah, I don't think the government has. They've probably not done enough there, but I wouldn't want them to do anything in there either. However, don't get me wrong. What I mean by that is, I believe the platforms, when they are aware of that kind of thing happening, they do, for the most part. There's a big story on that came out this week too. I'll be happy to go into it. They do though. If people are reporting on a certain user, so if Frank is in there under an alias, Cigar Lover 9, whatever.
Cigar Lover 9. Cigar Number 13. Come on.
And he's trying to mac it to 13-year-old girls, and they report him. They'll cut Frank out. Like, no.
But how about the dark web?
I am gonna admit I am not an expert on the dark web. To me, the dark web is a bit of a fantasy, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I don't even know how to find it. Like, is there a certain browser? I don't know. I'm no expert on the dark web.
Christian
but that kind of stuff.
Christian had a friend that used to live 2 houses down that knew how to get on the dark web.
Yeah, so I don't. There must be websites, and half those websites have to have like so many viruses. I don't know, but fine. That you would figure. I'm sure that the FBI and the CIA are tracking quite a bit, and that's different. I mean, they're keeping an eye on people who are visiting. And to their credit, they're not raiding everybody's house. So they're only going after those that I assume are direct, credible threats. Like if I visit the dark web and I leave the dark web, no one's going to be kicking my door down talking about, boom, you were in the dark web, hands up. But if I'm trying to start some kind of rebellion on how to blow up government buildings and they see that, then I would assume at some point I'm going to get set up into some kind of operation. That's how, for example, I don't know if you guys ever heard the name Sheriff Grady Judd. He's a sheriff. He's a sheriff in Lakeland, and I don't know how he does it.
That's
like
Judd.
Huh?
I've heard of that guy.
Yes,
Judd.
But that guy tells his people in Polk County, hey, if someone's breaking into your house, go ahead and shoot him. It's all good. We're not going to charge you. Like, he does not care.
Yeah. Well,
this is a guy. This is a guy who almost every month you hear a report on the radio, Sting in Lakeland brings in 30 pedophiles. Like that's the kind of machinations that go on with people who get tracked on the dark web and stuff. But what this is different. This is just the average American having a conversation about whatever, some important topic, and it may not go with the government's I don't know, I guess opinion or their thought process on how a situation or a system should be implemented. And if you're against it and you're speaking out against it publicly, especially if you have influence, they can deem it disinformation. They can say that you're wrong and you're full of shit. And they will start calling social media companies, which is where we all go to express our opinions,
Mhm.
and tamper you down, shadow ban you. They have all sorts of tricks. Like, you know, this was rampant toward the election last time. And now the Supreme Court basically told them, no, you can keep going. They said it with COVID, but you know that shit never stops with just one thing. All right.
Yeah.
It never stops with just one thing. So I don't know. I'm hoping maybe somebody can somehow reconfigure the case and try again. Like, for example, Roe v. Wade, right? Nobody just took one shot at the Supreme Court with Roe v. Wade. They were fighting that for 50 years until they finally got it right, if you want to call it that. And this will be the same thing. There has to be a continual fight on this aspect.
Are you saying that Roe v. Wade, they got it right now?
When I say they got it right, I mean, this is what I was talking about. When I say they got it right, I mean, they finally got it to where they were able to change the decision. So for the people who were fighting Roe v. Wade, they got it right. Their goal was to remove it from federal control. That was the goal. And that's been the goal since the 70s. And they finally did it. They finally presented the case the way it needed to be presented for that to happen. That's what I mean by they got it right.
Well, I think it's fucked up.
No, hey, I'm not saying it's not, that's an opinion thing. What I just mean is they succeeded. They finally did what they were set out to do. That's exactly what I'm saying. And so this now I think should be something that they should continually bring back to the court until the court rules, hey, no, the government has no right to tamper on anyone's speech and to tell social media companies what they should deem disinformation and to tamp down voices because they're spreading information that they deem disinformation. So I'm hoping that fight doesn't end. That's basically it.
I mean, I agree. I mean, I don't think the government should be tampering into what a private business is doing unless it's something illegal.
So, speaking of something illegal or something that you can
Should
get
we really speak about something illegal? Like, we need to tread carefully now.
Well, this is pre-internet days.
Oh, okay.
This is pre-internet days.
Do we want to give up those secrets?
My brother and I ordered a book that taught you how to change your identity, make social security cards, where to get all that stuff. We ordered it with my dad's credit card, and the FBI contacted my dad.
See?
But it's, I mean, do you?
They have ways of tracking people. They do. That kind of goes back to your dark web thing. They have ways of tracking. What happened here?
Please.
Yeah. Listen, one thing in America that nobody does is when they agree to stuff, nobody reads the fine print. We all scroll to the bottom. Do you know how much language is in there that can put that basically has agencies and whatever?
Why don't we make up our own? I acknowledge that if I sign, I promise to give Frank, Carlos, and Anna $1,000 a month in order to be a participant of the show. No.
Oh, hey, what's up, Just Eagle? He was helping me out yesterday. I was trying to get a stream going. My computer kept crashing. Good to see you. Good to see you.
I was trying to figure out who that was. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I was trying to play Kill the Justice League and the computer kept messing up. And so I tried something else and he showed up and we were just talking.
It was the government.
Yeah, he's
So-
probably an FBI agent too, just tracking my behaviors. You know, why would you want to kill
So-
Superman? What's the deal?
So obviously we know government control. It should be a flush down the toilet, and
but it's not. Right now, the Supreme
I'm
Court
gonna
said
tell you what
it's
I
fine.
think of the government control. We'll get
Damn.
And if I had a turd that I could put in there, I will put it in there.
We've
Again,
got to
like
do
I
that. You've got to find you got to find
That'd
it with
be
a turd, not just a turd, but the one that
That
leaves
would
the
be pretty
signatures.
shitty.
You got to
I
find
am
the
the
one.
government. I make sure you stay away from the JL.
Yeah, see what I mean? He's
Justice
mad.
League.
I was trying to kill the Justice League yesterday, and he's like, nope.
Look, man, as far as that's concerned, as long as you're not spewing, illegal information, you are entitled to your opinion, and you're entitled to say what you want. All right, like I can just say, "Hey, fuck you, President Trump," or ex-President Trump, or I can say,
Now they're
"Fuck
going to have
you."
all of us.
Watch it. No, watch.
They'll
Look,
probably promote the show
I-
now.
I could also say, "Fuck you, future President Trump," too.
Future.
All right.
I like that he's acknowledged it.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Listen, you got to go with the lesser of two evils. That's the way I did it the last time I voted, and I'll probably do it the same way. The lesser of two evils. Fuck what party I choose to pick for. The lesser of two evils. All right.
You don't realize,
That's the way
how
it
hard it is for him to do what he's doing right now. He is like, his balls are clenching. I know it. He's like,
No,
I
I
can't
lost-
believe I'm saying these things.
I lost those things because I don't
Have a
understand.
drink, Frank. Have a drink of water.
Granny's
Here's my
peach
water.
tea. There it is. Granny's peach tea.
Oh, man.
I will say this: if there's a certain person watching, I look forward to going to California soon enough, and I'm going to California next month, hopefully.
You're going to California?
Yeah, I'm going to California.
You got family out there? Is it business? What's the deal?
Business.
Business. Okay.
Oh, that's what we call it now, business.
He is being held at gunpoint.
He is, I'm sure.
I might come back with a new tattoo. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Let's see how that goes.
I told you it wasn't business.
As a matter of fact, I my tattoo's gonna say only God could judge me.
Wait a minute, man. You're going 3,000 miles away from a tattoo?
No, man. No, this
Damn.
business is going good. Can't complain.
Mm.
Well, look,
That's
man,
crazy.
given the fact that we're on government stuff and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you that I saw this last week. All right. I saw this last week. Hold on. No.
Oh,
I
hey,
saw
Justice
this
from
last
Cali.
week.
Maybe he might help you out. Maybe
No,
find a
no.
good tattoo artist out there.
I'm sure they got a lot of them from the west side, east side.
So I saw this last week, right? And I kind of
Oh, yeah.
flipped my shit. 10 Commandments in Louisiana schools.
Mhm.
Right? So there's a law now that the Louisiana governor, Jeff Landry, signed it off last Wednesday that you have to display the 10 Commandments in all schools to include universities. I have a real big problem with that. Because right then and there, you are imposing your religious beliefs on individuals. Okay? I do not believe that prayer needs to be in school.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not. I'm sorry. You do
Look at
not
what
believe-
happened to all the.
It's about
Look
to
at
get
what-
hot in
Yeah,
here.
no. They have to.
No,
That's
no,
why-
no.
Yep.
No, because you know what? Because what you believe, I don't believe. So why am I going to go ahead and go to a school and read 10
Frank,
Commandments?
you did it before. You used to say prayer all the time.
When did I say prayer? When I was a little child?
When
Well,
you were altar boy.
We had the moment of
I was not an
silence.
altar boy.
I
I was
remember.
never an altar boy.
Yeah.
Okay, altar
We still
boys
have
get
that?
sexually abused. I
Did
don't
you get sexually abused? Is that why
What?
you
never
never
in my life.
Wait a minute. What curveball are you throwing into this, man? What?
No, she said I was an altar boy. And I kind of
He
just,
was an altar boy. He said altar boys get sexually abused.
Hold on.
And
I
I
Hold
was
said,
on.
not an
"Well,
altar
he
boy.
gets
Hold
sexually
on.
abused."
Hold on. Frank was an altar boy?
Oh, I'm gonna show the picture.
No, dude, I was never an altar boy. I
You
was not an
liar.
altar boy. Okay, I was
Yes.
not an altar boy. I fucking
Yes,
swear to
you
God,
were.
I was not an altar boy.
I got the
Now I
picture.
can
to
believe
prove
in
it.
God, but this is fucking bad. Okay, I was not an altar boy. Number one. Okay.
Yeah, he was. I'll show you the picture.
No, I was not. Where the hell did you come up that I was an altar boy?
Because your mom sent us the picture of you in your little altar boy robe.
No
That's when I
way.
did my fucking first communion.
Altar boy.
No, I'm not an altar boy. Where the goddamn hell is my sister? Where the hell is my sister when I fucking need her? You know what? Here. Yeah. I'm gonna
I'm
text her
crying.
right now. She's taking on the goddamn show because I was not a fucking.
I am in tears. Holy shit.
No. Are you out of your fucking mind? I need your help.
I'm looking for it.
Wow. What a turn of events, folks.
Get on the goddamn show. You know what? Where's my brother? My
All right.
brother. I could use him too.
For those
Oh,
of you
now
in the
you watch
audience,
Carla.
just a little
Now you
feedback
watch
here
Carla.
while these
What?
two
I'm gonna
go
call
at
my
it.
brother on speaker. This is bullshit.
Everybody on the screen has known each other at some point for like forever. I've been friends with Frank since elementary school. They are cousins.
I'm the
So
older one.
there's all sorts of history on this screen. And yet I have known through all my years this whole thing about Frank and the Catholic Church or altar boy foreign to me. So I'm in shock if this is true.
I'm not an altar boy. Not the where's my sister? Where's my sister? No, it's bullshit. It's
So-
bullshit. I was not an altar boy.
You have to
I was
understand,
not an altar boy.
from my perspective, I'm not family on the screen. But
You know
the
what?
news,
This is,
the
you know
news
what?
to me is
There.
Frank is now like the government. Like, you know what? Ena is
Never shut
disinformation.
down.
Tamper down.
Hey, I need to get on the show right now. I need to get on my show right
Frank's
because your crazy cousin. Yeah, Mike, we're live right now.
Frank's calling for backup.
That I was a fucking altar boy. I was not an altar boy. I was not an altar boy.
Oh,
No, told you. Yes,
Where?
you were. The Catholic Church, baby.
Exactly. When we go to an altar boy.
Maybe it was that.
I was not an altar boy ever. I didn't even remember going to immaculate. What the hell was that?
oh, just you have no idea how this is so hilarious. This is
YouTube is one thing.
I am
Oh, no, I was not. I was not an altar boy.
this. Oh my God! This is
Sister from the government.
this is world record. Oh,
You gotta go on the show because
I don't think I've laughed this much on this show until tonight. And there's been plenty to laugh at. This is epic.
I was
am
not an
dying
altar
here.
boy. I don't even
Anna,
remember
where's that
going to
picture? We got to
Immaculate
see the
Conception
picture.
Church.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Frank is totally under attack right now, and I'm here for it.
No! You're thinking about Saint Timothy. I went on the retreat with Saint Timothy, but I wasn't an altar boy.
I got the picture.
Oh, man,
No, I was not an altar boy.
this is so juicy.
No, I was not an altar boy. I was not an altar boy.
Eh. See, Frank, you dissed the
altering
10
is
Commandments,
one
and
thing.
here you are.
See?
Thou shalt not
Now
lie.
I know, right?
I would take communion, yes, but I was not an altar
Oh
boy.
my God.
Yes, you were.
I didn't sit there with the priest. No, I did not.
You don't
Which he
sit with
claims
a
molested
priest.
him.
You didn't always do it. You had done
Fuck. Exposed. Because I don't remember this shit.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Oh no. Frank had put
Okay.
that in the furthest reaches of his subconscious, way in the back. And apparently
Oh.
it's there.
What? What'd you say?
kidding.
You weren't an altar boy,
I wasn't an altar boy. I'm
but
like,
we
fuck.
made you believe, but you believed you were for a minute.
Yeah, I believe. Oh, you guys are Texas.
This
You
is a
bitch.
terrible psychology
Oh, you
experiment
guys
right
are
here.
assholes. Assholes.
Oh,
I tell you what, I enjoyed the ride.
It was brainwashed by the priest and priest from the government.
Yeah, man.
man.
What a great ride.
All right, jump on the show. You're horrible.
Oh,
Bye.
thank
Hey,
you,
that was
man.
good.
Oh,
What-
man, that was
Right.
great. I mean, I couldn't help but get caught into it because I'm the one who doesn't know.
I don't.
You see, so I was not an altar boy.
Yeah,
I was not an
Ah.
altar boy. Okay, that kind of that soothes my mind.
it was your first communion.
Finish that
picture
bottle,
I
bro.
have.
Okay, yeah, my first communion picture. I remember that. And going back to let's get back to the topic that we're on, right?
Yeah, if I can gain my composure, if I can even see, I'm still crying.
The way he actually thought, oh shit, I was an altar boy.
Wait a minute.
Was I?
Listen,
You know what?
listen.
That's how the Nazis began, man. You start
And the
pumping up
problem
with
is
people's
this.
ideas.
You know what?
People's
the problem
heads.
is this. Is
I would
that
be a
you're-
good cult leader.
You would.
It's not that. Listen, the issue lies here, right? Is that there's a lot of stuff that I don't remember from my childhood for some reason, whether I just blocked it out or whether it wasn't good. Shut up. Okay. I don't remember. It's one of those things where I'm like, the hell is this? What the hell is that? You know, and like I'll be honest, I linked up last past week with an old friend of mine from like elementary school.
I wonder if he's still watching.
I don't know. Hold on, I'll tell you. No, watch. I'll text him right now and say, hey, I'm talking about you.
I hope he saw. I hope he got to see this whole.
Altar boy.
Oh man, Frank! Next week on the next week's show, you got to change your moniker and it's got to say Frank Altar Boy.
Yes.
Oh wow. Well,
So,
I know
so
that
what
the
happened?
presence of the Lord in the school sends Frank into a tizzy.
oh,
Yes.
dude, listen. Look. I am a firm believer that whatever you believe in, okay, I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're Jew, I don't care, you know, if you're Catholic, Christian, Baptist, Protestant, or whatever you are. Okay, I don't care. Okay, we all have our beliefs. We have our different beliefs. Okay, and I solely believe that in schools it should not be. That is something that needs to be taught at home. All right, and I'm gonna give you an example. My son, which is right there. All right. Every time that he's going on the field, he does that whole cross thing on him.
Good
Okay.
for him.
Listen. I don't knock it out of him because that's what he wants to believe, and that is what I will support his belief in the sense where I support him and him believing in what he wants to believe in. Not
This is
that I have to
your
believe
boy?
in it.
Your
Yes.
boy? Okay.
Yes. Not that I gotta believe in it because I don't, but I
I know you
respect it, and
But
I
why don't
respect it because I don't. Just life itself.
So let's break that down. Even though I agree with Frank on this one, that the Ten Commandments on the walls, it's a bit of a forced play. 9 of the 10 commandments are not religious.
Mhm.
They're just rules. Like if you remove the first commandment, which is thou not shall worship another god or before me or something like that.
You know what? I will tell you right
The
now.
rest
Thou
are just the
shalt-
rest.
Thou shalt have no other God before me.
There. If you remove the first one, the other 9 are just rules. Now, here's the thing. There are some commandments that have no business in school. There's one about adultery, about the neighbor's wife.
Oh,
My
yes.
you know what? My brother fails on that one.
Yeah.
My brother
Wow.
fails. Actually, no. I'm sorry. My brother's
Number
not
9,
his
thou
women
shalt
do.
not bear false witness against thy neighbor, Frank.
That's like I shouldn't lie about. Hey, you got someone behind you, Frank. Hey, someone's behind you, Frank.
Hello.
I'm live.
You live?
Yeah.
He thinks it's funny.
This is the best setup I've ever seen.
So that's like what you're not supposed to lie
You
about
lied on.
someone.
Yeah.
I sent you the link.
On what website? Is it Twitch?
Hold on, guys.
Yeah, we're on Twitch.
Continue talking. Hold on.
Okay. And then the 10th one about thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Thy neighbor's house, I think it is. Yeah, thou neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
All right, so those two, that one and the adultery one, I mean, we're in school, right? Kinda
Yes.
like- yeah, they just you know what? This is just one of those weird flexes because, and I think I went over this last week. Both parties are now at a point where they are essentially trying to figure out what shit I can throw on the wall, how much of it I can throw on the wall, and how much stinkier my shit is going to be than yours. And so the positions that they're each taking are just more and more extreme, and each one is trying to basically flex. Oh yeah, third trimester abortions? Well, how about this? Then will they do something extreme on the other side? You want to. So now this is a response to a lot of the pride initiatives that are going on. They see that you have all the flags and the month and all that symbolism going on, and they're like, fine, 10 commandments. That's all this is. At the end of the day, it's still Newton's law. So for every action, there's an equal reaction. And that's exactly what's going on. And I kind of wish they would both stop acting like children, because all they want to do is just like pander and flex and pander to fringes, and it's annoying. So I will say that the 10 Commandments, for the most part, are good rules. But yes, they don't need to be in the classroom. And like I had just said earlier, 2 or 3 of them really have no business in the classroom anyway. So it's a weird flex, but it's a reaction to pride, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. So that's going to be the thing. Now they'll out pride, and then they're going to be like, you know what? We'll add 5 more commandments created right here in Louisiana. And it'll just keep going. And it's a shame. Frank, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could hear us.
He was
Sorry,
playing.
Yeah. I kind of switch headphones. And
Late
stuff
to
like
the
that.
party. We're talking about the 10 Commandments in Louisiana, Liz.
Yeah, we're not
class
talking about
please.
me being an altar boy at this point. You kind of had me fooled it for a minute. Oh, that's you guys fucking talking shit. All right, that fucks. You know, that's not funny, man. That's not cool.
I'm gonna bring a bell next time. I'm
You
gonna
guys were
ring the bell.
texting each other on the back end, weren't you?
Start doing the whole smoke thing down the aisle.
Oh, I got some. The
Just, you know
mirth
what?
is
Give me
thinking
sage. Give me sage.
There you go.
it's the same stuff.
The power of Christ compels you. So
Let me throw
So
my.
yeah, man, you know what? Going back to what I was already saying.
I understand Frank's position, though. You know, outside of school. Again, I'm all for anything religious, either before the school bell rings or after school.
Well,
That's
then, do you think that those Muslims should be able to wear their, what is it called? Habat?
I think it's
jabot?
burqa. I think it's burqa
Yeah, because you're showing
or
that to
hijab,
everybody.
one or the other.
Hijab. It's a hijab.
Okay.
Do you think that they should have to? That's like.
I think they should be able to look.
Well, then I should be able to have my 10 commandments on the
No,
wall.
no, 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 no. This is where the difference goes. It's one thing that you could wear whatever you want.
Okay, then I can
Hold on,
wear a
wait
mini
one
skirt
second.
with a
Wait,
bikini
can
top.
I finish? Can I finish?
I think there's a dress code.
Let me get my point across, and you're gonna see where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Okay, me as an individual. Okay, if I want to go to school and I want to preach my 10 Commandments to you, okay, I'm in my right to do that. Okay, because I'm an individual. Okay, now no form of government, no school or educator should be going ahead and preaching, okay, anything that has to do with religion to the individuals that they're teaching. No form of government should be able to dictate what you believe in, whatever you want to read the 10 Commandments or not, whether you believe them, whether you don't believe them. That is not up for the government or the school system, okay, to put into your mind. If
But they're just putting it on the wall.
again, they should not put that on the wall.
Well, then the Muslims shouldn't wear their jabot. What's it called again?
The hijab.
Uh-huh.
Hijab. Because I have to look at it and I know what it means. Just like you can just walk by the 10 Commandments. If you don't believe it, just walk by.
No, but it's not up to the government or
Yeah.
the school system to decide that.
That's
to
a bit
put
of a
that-
stretch. I'll say it this way, I guess. Even though the hijab is a religious requirement, it's something that's imposed on that individual from home. And even though we may understand why, there's nothing about the hijab that is preaching to me or telling me to believe something. I'm just aware of why it's being worn. For example, like, I wear a chain with a cross. Okay. It's safe to assume I'm a Christian and I'm a believer because I wear the cross. My cross is not telling you to read your Bible, or it's not imposing rules on you or anything of the kind. It's just me wearing it. So it's a bit of a different deal here. But I see where you're coming from, but it's different in this case. I'll stick to my spot where it's like, it doesn't need to be there. I do understand that you have a group who feels that Judeo-Christian values are being more and more removed and substituted from the classroom. There's a faction of people who believe that things were better in this country when there was an aura of God in school. And that, to each his own on how you feel about that.
Yeah.
But there is that group. And so now that we have all these other secular things happening in class, i.e. pride flags and the constant removal, like, it's not even just pride. That's just an aspect of it. You can feel the resistance from the opposition on how much they want to wipe out any sense of God in the classroom. They do it all the time. There's always a battle against Christian activities. Like Frank, we mentioned it a couple shows ago. There was a coach who was calling for prayer after a football game. I think they tried to fire him for that reason. Things like that, events like that keep happening. So you have this collective group who continues to see any form of Christian activity under attack. So this is what they do. Like, all right, we're going to shove it in your face now. Here's 10 Commandments right on the wall, bitches. Boom. And it's only going to get worse. It's not a healthy way to handle it, but Newton.
And I'm going to kill you.
Me?
Why?
Oh, and
No, because I just got a text message, right? From a friend of mine that says, what is it? Were you singing at the Ultra Boys?
Would you, wait a minute. Who said what?
I got a text message asking if I was singing as an altar boy.
Not only were you an altar boy, you were a choir
All right.
boy.
You're the choir too.
You want to talk about getting fucked with? Now I'm really getting fucked with.
I can honestly, hold
Yes.
on. I can vouch for this though. I don't know about Frank's secrecy with the Catholic Church, but I've never. And this is not an insult. This is not an insult. All right, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. One thing I've never known Frank to do is sing. I've never heard him sing. I don't think he's the singing type.
I mean, you really want me to sing?
Hallelujah.
You really want me to sing?
Hallelujah.
I don't think you want me to sing. Oh my
Padre
goodness. We froze on Twitch.
nuestro.
I mean, we froze on Rumble.
We what?
Say what?
We froze on Rumble.
Well, whatever.
Oh, that was probably the government.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? No, I think it's just my connection.
Yeah, I mean, if you're broadcasting or if you're watching enough of our streams, it's taxing on the computer. But
Good,
no,
thank
he
you.
doesn't.
No, he doesn't really
Yeah,
sing.
thanks, Liz. I mean, I've observed Frank to know long enough to know that one thing I've never seen him even try to do is sing.
You won't see me singing. I might sing in my mind, and I might think that
Yeah.
I'm singing great, but I won't put it out there.
I will.
Frank has his own sold out shows in his head.
I know, right?
In the shower. In the shower. But I mean, God, you fucking just destroyed me, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. Hey,
sure.
listen,
Destroyed me.
I got taken for a ride too, Frank. I mean, because I didn't know. Like I'm the one who was.
And then my sister just.
So I'm at the edge of my
You and
seat
my
with this
sister were
news. Like,
talking back and forth, weren't you guys?
I love Liz so much.
that was great.
That was a good one.
That was classic. That's one for the ages.
I'm gonna look for the picture though.
Well, that was funny. You guys were going back and forth on the.
Keep it going. Sigue la cuerda. Sigue la cuerda. I could see the messages. Oh, it's evil. It is evil.
I was like, yeah, I was like,
Bro, you understand? I called her and I had my sister just go along with it. I was
I
like,
think you were.
oh, you were. What are you?
I didn't
talking
realize
about?
Lacey could be so evil, man.
And she was like, I did not even pay attention. I'm like, I never even went to that church.
I don't know
And
how.
Here I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I really have burnt freaking cells. I'm like, I didn't smoke that much weed as a kid. You know, so I'm like, come on.
not as a kid, as an adult.
As an adult, I don't either. Sorry.
You are such a liar.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not.
You
I
used
don't do
to,
those things.
you were the one.
I
that got
don't
me
do those things.
Oh, okay.
I am not a heathen.
Thou shalt not lie.
Uh-oh. Frank needed the commandments in his class.
I will not bear false witness.
You know what? I got to do this to Anna right now. You know? It's just kick her off for a little while. I'm going to put her on
Oh,
timeout,
man. See,
and then I'll put her back
you
on.
agree
There we
with the
go.
Supreme Court. That's the
Give me
problem.
time.
You are
No, but no. Wait. No. You got to do the Supreme Court. Wait 1 second. Now, the difference on this is that
Mhm.
this is our show. We
I'm in
control
charge.
what the fuck we
I'm
want
the
on this
boss.
show. Okay, and that's exactly.
Where's my freedom of speech?
It was
You want your
temp-
freedom
it
of
was
speech?
suppressed.
Go get your
It
own
was
show.
It was
I
suppressed.
think I might. And I'm going to have
All right.
Liz come on it and Carlos.
Oh man. Oh boy. And we'll talk about derriere.
And I'm going to change the name to Speaking It Real About Frank.
You know what? Every time Anna talks,
Yikes.
every time he talks,
What a ride.
Ooh. You know who can get under Frankie's skin? This girl.
Oh man.
actually, not. Yeah, you can, but So
Oh, I'm getting to the old pictures. Hold on.
This is
Oh,
still
shit.
coming, man.
We really
We are
have
still
that
going to
on that.
witness the altar boy in action. You know, Frank, I have that same picture that you're talking about of my own, where I'm in Catholic garb for the first communion. I would honestly help you if I could find mine. I don't know where that thing is. I'm there with a book and I'm looking all angelic with my hair perfectly combed, beautiful line on the side of my head. I remember the picture. I get it. You know?
Yeah. And then I have his baby picture with his hands like that.
Oh, man. That's too much.
That's his first one when he was born.
Frank's going to have like
picture.
3 of those bottles before this night's over.
I know, poor Frank. I'm going to quit picking on Frank today.
I would help
really.
you. Just, it's not even that I'm saying nah. It's that I can't. I don't have the reinforcements with me at the moment. They exist somewhere in this house in a closet, 3 shelves up behind 2 bins of Lord knows what. It's in there somewhere. I just, you know.
Yo, your boy, Just Diggy, basically saying I would help you, but nah.
I would help you if I could. I just can't. It's not a nah thing. I'm not saying nah. I'm literally saying I don't have the resources. I just can't.
I'm going to find that damn picture before Frank flushes
So-
me down the toilet again.
Well, Frank, I guess we're going to make sure, or you're going to make sure that whatever you do, you don't end up moving to Louisiana. Frank will
Definitely not.
will not be putting his kids through the parish system in Louisiana. Negative.
Look, man, you know what? I just whether
Mom.
it's beliefs, whether it's whatever you want to call it, I am a firm believer of I let my kids choose what they want. I've never baptized my kids, and because I just don't. I don't see why they have to believe what I believe. You know,
But
they
you
are
don't
their own.
believe, so you didn't baptize
They are their own individuals.
Wow,
They-
that's
and they
extreme
should
though.
be-
I
They should
mean,
be able to believe what they want to believe. I mean, look, man, if my son wants to worship Satan, go ahead. That's on you.
I seriously doubt you're that flexible. Let's hold on. So
Dude, I'm very
I
flexible.
get what you're
Sometimes-
So,
saying. I
you're
get
like
what you're
saying,
saying.
but if he wants to go do acid, go ahead and let him. I
No,
respect
that's different. That's different.
But he's an individual. He can do what he wants.
But what if acid does bring
different,
me
man.
a spiritual enlightenment? Listen,
No, man, get the fuck out of here, man. No. That's different. That's different.
They used to have acid.
We're talking about religious
I'm gonna
beliefs.
be-
We're not talking about fucking doing drugs and shit like that.
hey
but
man,
it-
that's how,
but they
that's
used to
that's how
give people
religions begin.
acid.
They start as
They
cults.
give you, yep. That's what I'm going to give my cult members a bunch of acid.
That's been done already.
That's why it was pretty
But Frank,
successful
hold on.
too.
There's that's a bit of an extreme position you just described. I get the notion of, you know, live and let live. But as a parent though, you didn't have any sense of, all right, let me mold them in a certain direction, and when they become old enough, they will branch out and develop their own thoughts. No?
You can believe in whatever God you want to believe in.
Yeah, see, look, your sister's kind of like on the same page with me here.
Frankly, you're
exact-
extreme. You should guide them when they're young. Show them, and once they get older, they can choose. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Precisely.
I'm not
Yes.
going to guide them. I'm not going to guide them my way. I'm not going to guide them in what I believe in. Now, would I guide them in a way that's saying, hey, there is a higher power? Yes. But am I going to tell them, hey, you got to believe that this individual that's painted on our walls or on whatever, that guy has been introduced to us as fucking Jesus Christ, our Savior.
Thou shalt
Okay.
not use God's name in vain.
So vulgar.
I'm not using it in vain.
You said the F word and God.
I don't give a fuck.
You said
Oh,
it in
and
the
I-
same sentence.
Too fucking bad.
You're
Okay,
gonna-
and actually, no, I didn't say God. I said this guy.
Oh, okay. This
Okay,
guy.
so
Somebody
why
rewind the
is it
tape.
that we have to, I'm not going to tell them, hey, you know what? That's your God. That's that's your Savior. No, I'm not. Okay, believe in your higher power, whatever it might be.
Hey, I got a message from my mom. Just want to make sure she hasn't like fallen on the floor. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Exactly.
Poor thing. Hopefully she didn't fall.
All right, let me remove them until you come back.
Ta-da!
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm not saying that he shouldn't believe in anything. Okay, because I think he should believe in something. Okay, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, you know what? Believe in Jesus Christ. Believe in God. No, man. Believe in whatever God or Jesus Christ you want to believe in. Okay, whether you want to get into Santeria, whether you want to get into spiritual stuff, whether you want to get into God, or or if you want to be, if you want to be Jewish, if you want to be a Baptist, if you want to be a Muslim, if you want to be, whatever it is, okay, you have the freedom of choice to pick whatever you want, and I'm never gonna knock them from it.
Right.
I'm never gonna knock him from him believing what he wants to believe, because at the end of the day, I believe however I want to believe. How is he going to believe in something if no one shows him? You're absolutely right. You know what? That's why he has his Aunt Liz.
So you're handing off belief molding responsibilities to other family members?
I'm not holding it off. All I'm telling him is, hey, you know what? You're able to believe in whatever you want to believe.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
now,
I went to a Catholic church when I was little. I not had to go, but I went because my parents went. But as I grew older, my mom and dad let me experience every church I wanted to. I went to a Baptist church, a Pentecostal church. I went to a Christian church. I went to, you name it, I did it. And I decided that I wanted to stay in the Catholic religion. Now, but this is the thing. I was raised in the Catholic religion. I believe in God, but I don't believe in churches.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Look, this is what my sister's saying here, right? He can choose his way when he gets older, just like you did. Look, you're right. I hated, and this is the thing, I knew from when I was a kid, I hated going to church.
Me too.
I fucking hated it.
I like
Not to say, look, hold on. Let me clear this here, just in case my mother's listening, okay? Or she hears it. Not to say that she did a bad job, because she did it. She tried her best.
That's
But I hated going to church. I hated it with a passion. Look, the only time that I really went to church willingly was when I was in the military. And I did it just to get away from the confines of what I was going through, that Monday through Saturday. Those 3-4 hours being away from the drill sergeants, being away from the barracks, just being with the guys, okay, that you're sitting there at church, just whether you're sleeping, whether you're talking shit with the guy next to you, or you're listening. I was able to do whatever I wanted. Did I listen to what the guy was saying? Absolutely not. It was just a way to get away. And it's just one of those where it's like, those were the only times that I went willingly. As a kid, we were forced to go. And no one ever forced you. You were not big church. We were not big churchgoers, but I believe we all needed something to believe in, some sort of faith. Hold on a minute.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait. What do you mean we were not forced to go to church? Do you not remember when we were going to St. John Newman every fucking goddamn Sunday. That was a fight in the house because mom wanted to go to church. Gotta go to church. Gotta go to church. Gotta go to church. Gotta go to church. No one wanted to go to church but my mother. For whatever reasons were going on. Whether we were all fighting, whether nobody got along, or whatever. Okay? To me, I hated going to church. I hated the fact of being forced to do this. All right, I've never liked it. And
So
as
do
an
you think
adult,
if your mom didn't force you to go to church, that you probably would have eventually gone on your own?
I think I was doomed from the start.
You know, that's a great question because I
But I don't
learned
know.
that on my own as well. I hated church, and it was just because I found it to be boring. I had terrible attention issues anyway, so I couldn't pay attention. Half the time I sat there just not knowing what was being talked about. Stood up, sat down, sang, kneeled, prayed, walked, took the bread, got back. I knew the
Eat
routine.
some bread, drink some wine.
Took the communion, drank the wine, and called it a day. And even though I was perfectly okay with the fundamental beliefs and practices of the Catholic Church, yeah, going to church, I was just like, and my mom, it was a fight with her too. You have to go to church. So I felt forced. And now, honestly, I've grown up, like I avoid it. So there might be some truth to that. You know, you try to force your kids to do something enough, they're going to grow up hating it and they may not want to do it. And that may be why I don't go to church. Even though I try to be the best Christian or Catholic I can, but
I would say, I
don't
found
go.
it.
The altar boy. I feel like I'd want to go to church more if I wasn't forced to. Yeah,
That's understandable. We go as often as you. Oh my fucking lord! Hold
there
on.
it is.
She can't show that shit. Are you fucking crazy? Can't show that shit. That's understood, but we go as often as you are saying. But we didn't go as often. Bro, we went for a while. I
Yeah,
feel like I can't even pronounce that.
it says
Just-
actually now that I see his name bigger, it's just die GI.
Just die G.I. Joe. I feel like I want to go to church more if I wasn't forced to go.
when he was younger. I agree. I have that same
That's
feeling.
just
Like
picture. Laugh out loud. Communion.
it's out there, man. It's in the episode. There's no
It's
editing. We saw
right
it.
there.
You know what?
Okay, no more picture.
I will make sure that I delete this broadcast from YouTube.
No, Frankie.
I don't give a shit.
Ooh,
don't
that's
care.
brutal.
That's very
Man.
brutal.
So yeah, I think
I
there's
love
some
that
truth
one.
to that. What is this? Is that a baby picture?
So how are you showing?
Ah.
What the fuck, bro? Hey, nah, I'm gonna kick you off. I'm gonna ban you from the show today.
Okay.
So I got a question. Who's drinking, her or me?
Both of
I'm
you.
just drinking water. Oh,
That's
that's
right.
Lisa.
She's got that living organism in her throat.
Do not show that. Do
You
not.
want me to show my
that.
vocal cord?
Oh God.
Still got Twitch. Yeah, we still got Twitch. Do not show that, please.
What, that picture? Liz says it was her.
The sumo one is me. The hungry looking one is Frankie. Gee, thank you. Very kind of you. Can we not show our baby pictures, please? Okay, if this is gonna be a baby picture show, I'm trying.
Frank is proving my Supreme Court argument to the T right now. It's amazing.
No, but that's not Supreme Court.
No,
That's not the
it's
Supreme
not.
Court.
It's not. But
It's not.
essentially,
This is a oh my god! I got rid of it and I'm trying to put it back on.
Essentially what my point is this, Frank. If based on the Supreme Court's ruling, you would be the government right now, and Ina would be the victim of their decision. That's my point.
But hold on. But I could be the government right now.
No.
You wanna know why? No, you wanna know why?
Why?
This is called speaking it real.
But that's as real as it gets.
Okay.
That is real. That's
It's
a
called
real picture
speaking
of
it
you.
real. Does the
That's
government
real.
own this show? Who
No.
owns the show?
No, but they own
Who
they don't
owns
own
the show?
anything.
Who owns the show?
You do.
Who?
Ah,
That doesn't matter.
No.
okay,
Hold on.
Fidel.
All right.
You and me own the show.
Listen.
So the minute that I say that I don't want Ina on the show, I get it wrong.
Well, then
You
wanna know
don't
why?
beg me
Because
next time.
I own the show.
Don't beg me to come.
Biash,
Here we
You
go.
you become on
you
the
are
show.
tampering on her freedom of speech.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
hey.
you're the great
You actually
thing.
had shirts made. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
awesome.
I was told that we are gonna have the church made, or even a hat, but I'm still waiting.
Oh, Clover. Yep.
She said it right. Clovercrest Media owns the show.
Thank you.
Technically,
That's right.
Freedom of
Joe's a-
speech.
technically, they own the rights of to what we do.
Okay,
but the
so
show's mine.
where's what's his name? Zach.
Still waiting for the logo. The logo's on the
Is
freaking
Zach
website.
still on?
I don't know. Where's Zach?
Zach.
He
I don't think Zach is on.
Who owns
probably-
the show?
He probably checked out already. It's all good.
Okay, look. I own the show. I
Fine.
broadcast through Clovercrest Media. Let's
All
put
right.
it down.
So in this case, you are the government. Your keyboard is the show, and you are telling your keyboard to tamp down on Ina's voice. That's
Actually, I'm
basically
telling
it.
my mouse.
See?
But like, you know what? Screw it. Watch this. You know what? This is very simple. I'm the fucking goddamn government. I don't give a fuck. They're off the goddamn show because now I'm gonna run Speaking It Real all by myself. Actually, I lied. I need Carlos. I mean, that means.
Point made.
But again,
Screw you, Supreme Court. You blew it.
again, we go back to it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's an echo in my room. Huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, not an echo like if you were out in the canyons, but it's an empty room with bare walls and a hard floor. It's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. All good. So, Frank,
You should have better
Tomorrow.
equipment if you're the government. I'm just kidding.
tomorrow,
Why was the debate?
tomorrow we have the debate of debates.
I have an idea.
What is this idea? What is the idea?
I think we should go live tomorrow during the debate.
It's funny you say that. I was just telling Ina before the show started that I wanted to live stream the debate. So maybe that's
Yeah.
something we can do.
So I'm glad you brought this up. Presidential debate. Is there really a winner?
I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of weird things happening with this debate. And I went into this in my weekend video last week on Rumble. And for those of you out there, look up Scatterbrain Central and Speaking It Real on Rumble and follow us. Now, first of all, I don't recall ever seeing a presidential debate in June. That's never happened. And the theory is the Democrat Party wants to see if Joe Biden can handle a debate or if they need the time they're going to need to get his ass out and find a new candidate. And that makes sense, I think.
But wait.
Yeah. I can't hear you. I think you might need to get a little closer.
Go
ahead.
Sorry.
Are you mulling my theory? It's not even my theory. It's kind of a consensus.
Because you're saying that
if Joe Biden goes out there tomorrow and it's nothing but a bunch of stuttering and incoherent babbling and, you know, his 13 30-letter words that don't make sense, if it doesn't make any, if he's just doing a terrible job, I believe the party is going to look at that and say, yo, this is not going to happen for another 4 years. We need to, between now, June, and November, find somebody more viable. So to me, this is a test run.
But that makes no sense to me.
Why?
How could you not
Why
have
not?
any- Do you really think you're gonna find somebody else more viable
Oh yeah.
and not have him run? Isn't he right now the top Democratic nominee, regardless?
He is, because he's the president, but that doesn't mean they don't have, it's like a bullpen.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean-
but I mean, I really, to be honest, I haven't really followed the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
But weren't there any other runners, or there was not?
No, the Democrats once again did a good job of quashing everybody who even thought about trying to run against Biden. So they did during their primary.
Okay,
no,
so
it was pretty
then-
much Biden.
Okay, so why are they going to try to see if Biden can fucking work right now? I mean,
I mean, so if you
I
think
mean, that
about
makes
it,
no sense.
most of the country already feels like he can't. But now tomorrow he's going to have to prove that he can. If he can't, the party is going to have to find someone to replace him. Now they've already got people lined up. They got that clown in California. Just if you're still on, I'd like your feedback on your opinion on Newsom. You're a legitimate citizen resident of California. I just want to know your thoughts, whether you like him or not. What I hear on the news is obviously going to be very curtailed and selective. From someone who genuinely lives there, that would be great. When you Ronald McDonald. So
I love that one. You know what? You hit it right at the nail.
So they're going to want to see if they have to replace him. And I know that they've talked about Newsom. They've talked about, here's the funny thing. They don't want to talk about Harris because as bad as Joe is, she's worse. They've even talked about Michelle Obama. So
No.
they I think there's a reason why they're doing it this early. I mean, we haven't even had the conventions yet. Like neither Biden nor Trump have officially been nominated. Like there's still primaries and things happening. They have not had their convention where they officially nominate a candidate, and yet they're already having a debate. This has never happened. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they need to see if Biden can actually do this. And Trump,
Basically,
like
his probation.
it is. It's that yeah. And Trump, like an idiot in this case, he was going around saying, hey, name a date, time, and place, and I'll be there. So the Democrats said, okay, we're going to do it with CNN. We'd like it on June 27, and we're going to have these rules. And now, of course, when Trump put his foot in his mouth that way, he had to say, okay, he can't back out. So here we are. I don't know. Have you heard about some of these rules?
Mm-mm.
CNN
I haven't.
actually released a video just a little while ago. I was watching it before I logged on here. So they're going to have these microphones with these little lights. And when the lights are on, that means that the microphone is on, which means you can talk. And they're going to only keep your mic on when you're supposed to talk to avoid interruptions. So, if you're talking a bunch of smack and I want to correct you, they're going to basically do that to people.
Mm.
Also, they agreed not to have an audience, which they say helps Biden, and it probably does. But
He's
there
that
won't be
distracted.
people there. There won't be people there to criticize and holler. And then, of course, you've got the moderators. Two people who have a very well documented history of calling Trump a Nazi and a bunch of stuff are going to be moderating this debate.
Oh, it's a CNN debate.
Yeah. So
But my question,
Mhm.
my question. So there is no audience.
No audience.
Don't most of these debates normally have an audience?
Yes, they do. They agreed not to have one this time.
Why?
I don't know. The
Because they want to get
Democrats,
rid of them.
I think, well,
Get rid of
the
who?
They're setting them up.
Joe,
They're setting both of them up.
that's quite possible.
That
I
way
don't know.
they show their asses now. And then they figure out who they can like maneuver into.
To an extent, I agree with that. I think it's being done this early because they want to see how these two are going to perform, and especially Biden. And I know Trump has called for drug tests, and rightfully so. I think every time Joe goes out there and he has to give one of these big speeches, he always has that glassy look on his face. He doesn't blink, and he just starts going on and on and on and on. So
That's it.
he's been calling for that, and they're not going to give it to him. But they're the ones that kind of set this up. Like the Democrats pretty much set this all up, and I'm not sure if Trump is trying to like put on his brave face with this and say, you know what, doesn't matter where or what, I got this, and I'm sure he likes to flex like that. So Frank, in case you talk, you're muted. So I don't know. Now, what I think, I guess the question is, how would you handle this? What is going to happen? I know that they're going to talk about the felonies. That's like the main thing. We must remind America that Trump is a felon. And why I'm alone here, I have no idea. But I will go on.
Because you're speaking in real.
I know, but I'd like to speak
No,
with my
absolutely.
friends too.
I no. Okay, you were speaking it with your friends. I just put you on a solo.
I see. Okay. They're going to remind everybody that he's a felon, even though that brought him $200+ million. So go ahead, remind us again. Not a problem. They're gonna definitely do what they can to try to trap him in whatever. I know there's going to be a lot of, but sir, you said this in 2018, but sir, you were caught doing this in 2019. If I was Trump, I would honestly not do much. That to me would be the best thing to do. Just let him talk. Keep your answers short. State your position, and just be like, let Joe ramble. If they allow it. I don't know how strict they're going to be with these clocks. But the less Trump says tomorrow, the better. That's my take on the whole situation. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be interesting. And yeah, Frank, if you wanna live stream it, I'm game.
I think I think we should just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, maybe we can set up a.
I have no, you know what? I have no problem depicting. I have no problem depicting what they're talking about. I don't think that we could have it in the background, but I'm sure there's a way that we could figure it out.
No, you just share a screen.
No, but we can't share the debate on this because we'll get hacked. Not hacked.
Really?
We'll get smacked.
Man, I think a lot of people are going to be doing that.
We're sharing content that's not ours.
Right.
And I know because it happens like with I've seen different wrestling shows. Have different podcast groups or shows that they don't stream the show obviously because you can't. It's a copyright issue. Okay, but you could actually they listen to it or they're watching it, and they're kind of.
I would check that because I think the fact that we're commenting over it kind of ruin, like messes that up, and I think we can actually do it. And I know a lot of people are going to be doing that tomorrow, so I'd look into that. Either way, I mean, one way or another, we can definitely figure out, or maybe audio only or something. I don't know, but yeah, that would be fun, and I think it's worth doing because what I think is happening tomorrow is spectacle.
Absolutely.
It's not true to the process. It's not true to the process at all. The fact that this is happening in June when neither person has been officially nominated makes no sense to me. So this is a setup, and I know they're just trying to figure out if they need to give Joe Biden the 25th Amendment or not.
You
And
think?
that's that. I think so, man. I think that is honestly what's going on. Yeah, the
Oh,
vowels are gonna get longer.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I got one for
You know,
that.
I think so. Let's see, man. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I think I'm more excited to see exactly how Trump is going to behave. I think that's what everybody wants to see. What is this man going to do? Is he going to go in there?
At what time is the debate?
Is it 8 or 9? I guess I got to look that up. Let me see. Presidential debate 2024. Let's see here. 9 o'clock Eastern time.
All right, so I gotta push. I gotta see if I push the rest of the show for 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, let me know, because if not, like I said, I was gonna get on Rumble and stream it and do it on my own. And if they cut me off, they cut me off. Whatever.
If you want, I think we should do.
You want to be in on this?
I'll be in on it.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
think you know what, because you go off of Streamlabs, right?
No. I mean, if we're gonna be doing the show, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I do.
All right, so we'll have you take the lead.
You want me to set it up? Okay, that's fine.
Let's see how
That is
that works
fine.
out. And then maybe
Yeah.
we won't be owned by Clovercrest Media anymore.
Right now, Joe is watching, raising his eyebrow.
Go fucking kick my ass. Now listen, man. If you guys want to start a podcast, link up with Clovercrest Media. They are the people to go to. They're the people to talk to. They will guide you in every which way possible. Once they feel that you're good to go, they will leave you on your own. All right, because that's how we are right now. That's how we roll. We have complete control of the show. No one tells you what to do, what to post, what not to do at this point. It's like, hey, do your show, do it however you want, and you know what? We support you. And that's what it's about. Take care of your show. And they take care of you. So look up Clovercrest Media, cmg.com, if I'm not mistaken. Or Clovercrest Media.
Joe Rose.
Joe Aguirre. Reach out to Joe Aguirre. If you can't reach out to him, you know what? Send me a message and I will get you going. What is the cost of what?
Probably of using Joe's
Of using Joe's service. Send me a private message and I will go ahead and let you know all the fees and costs involved. There's different packages depending on what you want. You know, but they could put you out there. Joe is he works for a radio station also. So he's a pretty big, person out there in Connecticut.
How's that gig going for him?
He still has a job.
I guess that's fine.
Didn't he do real estate too?
He had realtors on his show. He would do real estate like episodes with realtors, but I don't think he did real estate, did he? Oh, Frank, you're muted again.
I know that. I was listening.
See, that's the CNN debate right there.
Yep.
No, I was hearing stuff in the background, and I wasn't sure if it was coming from me or where it was coming from, so I muted myself a minute. I'm thinking I was watching TV or something.
Está bien.
Send me a friend that wants to start one. Oh, most definitely. And you know what, Liz, have your friend get a hold of me, and I'll put her directly with Joe.
Oh, what does that friend want to talk about, Liz?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm curious.
So let's see. We spoke about the Ten Commandments.
Can't be about butt bleaching.
Nah,
So,
we've done the derriere and the black spots.
president debate. So here, this
I
is
get the
my other
heebie-jeebies
one.
just talking about it. Like, ah.
Israel war. Are
Oh,
there
the Israel
really
Gaza.
any winners?
This is such an exhausting topic. I mean, they've been
When I
going
look
at
at
it for as long as I've been alive, if not longer.
But you know what? Yes, they have. But I think we're actually seeing it a lot more now than what we did in the past, maybe,
Um,
or maybe going
Uh,
longer.
well, I guess. I mean, when you get 2,000, well, no, not 2,000. I think it was 1,300 of your countrymen murdered savagely. Yeah, the reaction is not going to be a kind one. I mean, I think I heard the numbers, and if you do a ratio, it's pretty amazing. I think the number of people who died on October 7 from the October 7 attack, I think it was like 2% or 2% of the Israeli population. Small percentage, but if you use that number against the American population, you get like 30,000 or something. Could you imagine if that many Americans died under attack? How would we respond? Exactly. Nobody
I
would
will
be
blow
happy.
the fuck up.
Precisely. So people out here complaining about Israel's response, and I just like, what do you think we would have done? I mean, we started a war in a country we had no business starting a war in. Over 3,000 people who died in the towers. And 3,000 is a tiny number when you, again, ratio to the population of the nation. The ratio of people who died to total population in Israel is bigger. And well, they're doing what they're doing. I don't know. There's never any winners in war, Frank, but there's
No.
been so many treaties and ceasefires and agreements, and they never last. And it doesn't seem like no matter how many different ways you try to propose a peace offering or negotiation with the, I don't want to say Palestinians, because I honestly don't know if it's all of them, but like the terrorists, the terror factions, and the like the PLO and Hamas, they want none of that. To them, total annihilation is the answer, and until they get that, we're going to continue to see these wars. That's just the reality over there. And then you have these people talking about who's oppressing who. I don't know. I really wish I knew more. I probably get a washed down version of what goes on in these countries. What
Yeah.
I always hear is that Palestinians tend to usually start it, the Israelis tend to respond, and everybody cries foul. And then also you have a lot of these cases where, and I've seen footage, it's pretty, I don't want to say funny, but it just looks odd. Like you have these people crying over dead bodies, like, and they're all bloody and then they don't realize that the camera's still on, and then they
You know,
stop, and then the body they're crying over just gets up. I've seen it. So
I
it's
don't know,
like,
man. I think that the news obviously puts a lot more oomph on the things.
that's what they do.
You know,
CNN.
not to
This
say
is
no. I
CNN.
mean, look, they all do that. CNN, Fox, NBC, MSNBC, you name them, they all do the same shit.
Fake news.
Not to say that
See how many of those we get
what's
tomorrow.
out there is fake.
I know, right?
She
But
said
I
fake. Go ahead. Sorry.
but I do believe that the news posts stuff that's a lot more fucked up than it really is. That it's really happening, yes it is. That it's sad, yes it is. That it could be fixed, who knows? But when you're speaking about that area itself, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's a fucking religious fucking war. Okay, over a piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
Keep talking.
World's
Keep
gonna
moving.
end.
So I don't know. I just don't see there being a winner here. And you have a lot of people who have a lot of different versions of the history of the conflict. You have people who talk about 1948, when the UN basically kind of drafted it up to where Israel got the land. Then you have people who say, oh, the Palestinians were there long before. And then I scratch my head a little bit because I'm like, but there's never been a country of Palestine, like, ever.
Right.
So who exactly are the Palestinians? Where exactly did they come from? I also learned some things, like you always hear, for example, why aren't Palestinians ever welcomed into like Egypt or Jordan? Because apparently they have a history of wrecking other societies. Lebanon used to be a majority Christian society till the Palestinians arrived. That country has not recovered as a result of it. Who else? Egypt. They caused a lot of problems in Egypt. Egypt told them all, get out. And that's why Egypt will never welcome them back in. And so I think they're just they're a group or a people with some hardline beliefs, and they just don't work well with some of the other Arab nations in that area. The Jews, on the other hand, or the Israelis, told them, okay, live with us. But then that's caused nothing but issues too. So I don't know. And then you have the people who you have people who are obsessed with history. Like, for example, when they talk about the United States, oh, we stole land from the Native Americans. And what now? Barely. Yeah, you're coming in choppy, but
I just lost.
you lost us?
I can't hear you guys.
I don't know. I can barely hear you too. It's like your mic is barely picking you up, but you might need to get closer to it.
Nope, can't hear you.
Well, I'll keep going while he fixes that. So you have people who are like obsessed with history, talking about, oh, they stole our land. And then if you really go far back enough into history, when you get to Judea, who lived in Judea? The Jews. So, which is what that area is. So, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert, though. That land has changed hands quite a bit. It was Judea until Alexander the Great came in. He called it Palestina as a way to insult the Jews. And so then there's been a lot of back and forth historically, but there's never been a nation of Palestine, as far as I know. Never. They've never been an official country. And so I don't know. And so then, of course, after the UN makes and creates Israel, now their beef is they stole our land. But then, of course, everyone's like, well, when was it really yours? Even though you were there, so were they. I don't know. But moving now, digging into the past for arguments annoys the hell out of me. Because again, every time I hear people say, oh, we stole from the natives here, my gut reaction is, no, they were conquered. Just like every other civilization in the history of mankind was conquered. That's how we got to where we are today. People lost. And trust me, the natives didn't just show up here or just came out of the ground. They conquered someone else. And so
But that's a war that
Until
what now?
that's a war that's only going to go on until some.
Yeah. I mean, lately, at least nowadays we've moved. I don't want to say we've moved past that, because that would mean we're not having any wars anymore, and that's not true either. But there's a much different approach to things. We do treaties, we do agreements, lots of things, and to refer to war now is not like it used to be, where like, well, we're here, we need to conquer. And but these two groups refuse to stick to an agreement, because this, again, I'll say this and I'll probably be ignorant saying it, but from what I hear, one group is never happy with anything that's ever proposed. So I don't know. But there's no winners. And the only way they're going to win is if both of them can just get past their differences. And as Frank said, since their differences are rooted biblically, I don't think that's ever going to happen either. So I don't know. It's going to end in bloodshed. Someone has to wipe out someone else, or at least wipe out the terrorist aspects of. And I know both of them see each other as terrorists. So, but when the group that wants to kill is eliminated, things may change.
So I guess that's
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what you did, but you sound like Max Headroom.
I switched.
Put the mic down.
I switched. No, but I'm not on this mic. I'm not on the other mic. I switched headphones.
It's the government. For
The government is tamping down on Frank now.
I did it, Frank. You're choppy because of me.
No.
It was my religious powers.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Well,
It's time to put the 10 Commandments on the screen for Frank.
mental health.
You better say to our fathers.
Well, before we tackle that, though, I'm sure you got a lot to say, Frank, but we definitely want to make sure you sound crystal clear.
Do I sound clear? Or am I talking?
Oh, you don't.
Mm-mm.
No,
I don't.
no.
You know what? Hold on a second.
And the
I'm gonna
Mets
try.
whooped up on the Yankees.
I don't know. Watch this. I got this. I'm going to divert all power of my internet to my computer. Yo, watch.
Frank's got
Talk
it.
about.
What?
Sorry.
Well, we couldn't understand it anyways.
Time for sign language, Frank. Tell
I'll
us
be
all
your
about it.
interpreter.
All we're gonna look like is
That's a real one. That's a real one.
dejected ravers.
My cousin.
It's just
You
thank
remember?
you.
Oh,
Right, so-
is that thank you?
Now you hear me better?
Thank you. Yeah.
So,
This is
can you
cousin.
guys understand?
This is
Thank you.
cousin.
Yeah.
Can you guys understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
No, or I feel like we're talking.
Nah, man, it still sound choppy. All that power tripping you were doing, getting people in and out, and flexing your weight around. I mean, that's what that now. Now look what you've done.
It's called karma. Thank you.
So not
Hallelujah.
nice.
No,
Wow. Hallelujah.
hallelujah. I can't even do it with my.
How do I
With
sound now?
my now you sound better.
Better. Try it again. Say something else.
Hi, how are you? My name is Frank Weston. I am the host.
Yeah,
of
good enough.
So can you hear me better now?
A
All right, good. So
See, I
mental
a little laggy, but it's better. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I don't know what the hell went on. But look, I was
All right, Frank.
just got a
We'll
text
do the
message.
best we can here. Go ahead.
I got a text message a couple minutes ago, right? That says speaking mental health again.
Every week.
Speaking mental health. I like speaking, what we go through, what kind of advice we can give anybody on mental health. I mean, it's one of those where that's one of those topics that I think everybody goes through some type of mental health on a regular basis. And some people know how to handle it, some people don't know how to handle it. Some people just need to listen to others on how to handle it. I can say that my mental health the past 2 weeks wasn't great, but I linked up with someone that was working out with us. I was like, holy shit, I could help this person, or I could try to help them. And that's what it's about helping each other out when that moment of need comes. Does it mean that we have to drive ourselves crazy to help somebody? No. Does it mean that we have to pass over, that's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me here. Does it mean that we have to bend over backwards? No. You see this right here? This is what helps somebody. You listening. Listening to the individual just speak. And if you're able to relate, you know what? Relate to them. Oh, and I will agree. If you're able to relate to that person, go ahead and you give them your opinion. If you're not able to, just sit there and listen. So, you know what? When it comes down to mental health, there's never too much to kind of talk about or not talk about, just for the fact that everybody's going through their issues. Everybody has their problems, but it's about listening to them. And that's the way I see it. It's more of let's listen to your issues, and hopefully maybe my own experiences that I've gone through could guide you, could help you. So that's the way I see it.
So, is there something with mental health you wanted to share today? I cannot hear you.
I'm back.
Yeah, we lost you there.
I know it was my computer was going low, so it was Frank. No, just
Perfect.
kidding.
All right. Now,
Sorry.
Frank, talk again. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Mental health is good. It's always important. It's always good to touch base. In today's world, it's interesting that I guess social media and the effect it's having on all our mental health. Is it good or bad? I mean, here we are having a show talking about it. We have people in the comment section who can chime in and discuss or comment on aspects of mental health. We can help them, talk to them. Maybe they don't want to say anything. They can just listen to us and how we're doing with our mental health. And it's become a much more expansive. What is he doing? He's hurting my mental health.
I know, right?
Unless he's stuttering, because I see he's got that wheel spinning. Holy hell, what a ride. My eyes hurt.
Mine do too. I'm getting dizzy. I'm going to have to take a pill.
This is not good for my mental health right now.
I know. I got pain all over my arms.
I'm wondering what's going on. His connection has probably hit a snag, and he's trying to get in. I don't know, folks. If this is hurting your mental health, I apologize. Do not think of doing anything drastic. We are still friends. We still care. Tomorrow's another day. This too shall pass. Whatever other generic slogans I can toss at you.
Hallelujah. Stop.
Whatever other generic slogans of positivity I can toss at you to help you get through this difficult moment where we look like a really bad game show.
Who will win? Oh, there it goes.
All right.
See, it was the prayer.
It was.
Oh my God, I just realized what happened. You guys were going back and forth the whole time.
What did you do? Sit on the keyboard? What the
I just realized that.
My head is spinning. Damn, I have pain all over me.
You know what our poor audience just had to go through?
I just realized that. I put the keyboard on the enter screen. I put the thing on the keyboard.
Oh my God.
Oh,
and you did not see that happening? Did you not? That 2 + 2 did not add up to 4 at all? How the?
No, I stepped out. I had to go pee.
Oh man!
Said I got what the fuck is going on?
Wow!
I gotta
Bad,
edit that from the
bad
show.
producer. Bad producer.
Horrible. So I'm sorry. So the last thing I remember you saying was something.
This
People need
this
to-
segment called mental health has now
Men-
damaged so many people's mental health. Well done.
Especially mine, man. Even with the ADHD, I couldn't even keep it.
We were out
Well, you're just going
ADHD,
in and out the
if
whole
that's
time.
possible.
The
Well,
what?
at least I wasn't gone forever.
Yeah,
Thank
no, at that
goodness,
point we
'cause
would have
my
been like,
eyes
all right,
were-
guys, good night.
Look, man, this is simple. Mental health. What do we go through? Check
Say
your
what? Oh,
video.
we've got a video. I don't know if we can put it on the screen.
Actually, no. My
Are
sister just sent me what was going on.
Oh, she clipped it and sent it to you? Yeah, man, that's
Yes.
what you had. That's what you had us dealing with. That hurt. Ina, I need help. I feel depressed.
I can help you.
This is, you know what? Look,
May your depression go away.
Thank you.
I'll pray for you.
Maria.
I couldn't see straight.
Hey, look, you know what, guys? Sorry about that. That's my fault.
I seriously have a headache.
Yeah, that was
No, but
hard.
listen. This is the way I'm going to put this.
But what? Tell us, Dr. Cuesta.
No, doctor my ass. I'm far from that.
Oh,
I
we
think
know.
it's whatever you're going through in life, you could always make it better. The thoughts you have in your mind, you could always try to find a way to talk yourself out of. If you cannot find someone to talk to.
Find somebody to talk to, I think, is more
Okay.
is easier than trying to talk yourself out, because when
Giving,
you're in that black space, in that dark hole, you're just spiraling down. Ooh,
yeah, and it's hard to talk yourself out of it.
you
know,
can't.
I beg to differ.
You go
can't.
down.
You can. You just have to have that.
You can't do it all by yourself.
No, absolutely not.
You can if you talk to somebody, you can talk yourself out of it. You don't have somebody to talk about it out loud, but by yourself, somebody with mental health issues, it's hard to go through it by yourself when you're spiraling.
Absolutely, it's hard, but I think that that's why I said when you gotta talk it out. You gotta talk to somebody. You gotta try to get yourself out of that mode.
And
And
sometimes
it's hard. It's hard to do. It's super. You gotta be a certain type of individual to really talk yourself out of it. You have to just kind of sit there and be like, okay, what do I have? What do I do? And when you're in that moment, it's hard to get out of it. It's very hard to get out of it. And not everybody can get out of it. It's so simple. But you know what? Talk to somebody. Listen to what somebody is saying. Because you never know who you're going to help. You never know what that other person is going through. And this, you being that listening person to what they're going through could really help them. That's my topic on mental health today. It's not, oh no, I wanted to do this or I wanted to do that. I think we all suffer from some type of mental health issues, or maybe not all of us, but a lot of people do. And a lot of people don't realize it until they start going through their own stuff. And I'm prime example. I started going through my own issues in life, and right now I still own my guns, but I don't own my guns. You know what I'm saying? I know what I can do while I'm sober, But what happens if I go out with my buddies, I get home, I have a little bit to drink, and I get to really control my actions. So what I've been through in my life or what I'm going through in my life right now. You know, because some people just want to kill themselves off. I think, fuck it. You know,
Well, that's the same as mental health issues also lead to addictions.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
easy.
absolutely.
Any
Absolutely.
kind of addiction, whether it's alcohol, drugs, sexual addictions, over obsessing, what is it? OCD,
Mhm.
just having a addictive personality, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Correct.
True. True.
You know. So you know,
So-
life takes different courses, and it's about what you're gonna do to be better, to fix your life, to not be that individual, not you know, kind of just be better and better yourself.
Okay, but when you're in a dark place, how do you get better? Because you
By
had just
talking,
mentioned, but you
by
just
talking.
mentioned go if you went with your buddies and you got out and got drunk, that you have guns, but you could.
I got rid of
So,
all my guns right now. It's my guns are all in a safe place
so
because
then
they give
technically
us
you're
no.
not mentally stable right now then.
Right now, this second, yes, I am. Right now, this second, yes, I am.
So are you suggesting that recently you've had battles and as a result the guns are not readily available?
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
a responsible way of
It's a very
handling it
possible.
then. Yeah.
You know what? If I had thoughts of, you know what? If I had those thoughts, oh yeah, yeah. You know, do I, while I'm clear headed, do I talk my way out of it? Yeah.
Good.
You know,
So you have tools that somebody taught you to be able to get out of that negative mental space.
I don't think anybody's really taught me those tools. I just I have a long drive home. You know, I have an hour and a half drive home sometimes, 2 hours. You know,
Driving is one of the best ways.
driving has always been an habit.
Driving on long aimless
Drive,
drives is such a good
listen,
therapy.
I I remember when I started going through my issues in life. One of the first things I did was I jumped in my car.
Mhm.
Okay, and for those of you out there that are not from the Miami area, okay, if you realize where I live by the zoo. I jumped on my car. I got on the turnpike. I made it all the way to Fort Lauderdale Airport.
That's a nice
Off the
drive.
turnpike. I went turnpike 595 all the way to 95. I came down 95. I hit US 1 and I made it all the way home.
That's
I
a
was gone.
big square.
I was gone for about like 2.5 hours.
That's a big square.
You know,
And
I was gone
sometimes,
for
man, that's what you
2.5
need.
hours.
Put on the right music and just drive. Cars are amazing things. It's
Actually,
not
you know
just
what? My sister said something. I'm sorry. I don't. She said you have seen someone and you've read books. Yes, she is right. I have seen somebody and I have read books.
and you
So
were
you learn
and you
tools.
were an altar boy.
I was
See? Yes.
no. You know what? I don't think. To me, honestly, the lady that I've spoken to, I don't think she's given me the tools, or maybe she has and I don't realize it. But I have been reading books.
Did
So
they tell you to write stuff down? Talk to your
No,
higher power?
no.
Play the tape all the way through?
What do you mean? Play the tape. What tape? What tape?
Whatever you're thinking,
Whatever
like whatever comes
book or
up.
audio book or something.
No,
Oh,
no,
the
you're mental,
books-
whatever
your
you're
mental-
mentally speaking, you play
Got
the
it.
tape all the way through.
You know,
It's
I
just
guess maybe all that kind of plays into effect without even realizing it. Because I mean, I've gone through 7 fucking books in the past 8 months.
It's a lot
So
of books.
you are learning tools. You're learning from those authors. So
I
you're
guess.
getting tools to help yourself get
I
through
didn't-
That's
that.
good.
I didn't even realize it like that. I
Yeah.
didn't even start like that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong
But
with
yeah,
some self
when I
help.
was at my worst, I was like, no, I got to get rid. You know, I knew to get rid of my guns. You know, not get rid of them completely because I think eventually I'll go back to being level.
Excuse me.
But
Hmm.
I got rid of them for a while because I know that I wasn't stable. And I was like, nah, it's not gonna happen.
Right. Well,
You
that's
guys want to see something funny?
what?
You want to see something funny? And this is what I call being desperate to play. That you're just sitting, you're laying on the floor half asleep almost, right? Waiting to play.
So wrong.
Why is he waiting to play?
Because he wants to play with it, and his controller was just making way too much noise. I'm like, yo, stop.
He needs
Oh.
to go to bed. He needs to go to school.
There's no
It's
school.
summer.
It's summer.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's why I'm going on vacation.
Duh. But hey, look. You know what? This show is speaking of real. We have any final thoughts for today?
No, man. I think I laughed my ass off today.
My final thought is that
That
you
was
were
great.
an altar boy.
You were an altar boy in another life or in another dimension. In a parallel universe, Frank did become a member of the clergy.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, you guys are fucking crazy.
Father Frank,
Father
Father-
Are
Cuesta.
you out of your goddamn mind?
Father Bienvenido.
No. Oh.
Frank would be that
Deacon.
in one of
Deacon.
those universes. He's like a cursing priest. Like the devil is a motherfucker,
Who knows?
and he'll start yelling that shit across town on his Jeep with his thing.
I have to agree with what Liz says. Turning to your faith would help
But you
you
don't
too.
believe in anything. You know, these are biting remarks. This is
I
how
know.
this is how siblings start fights, and I just get to like pull out the popcorn.
I know, right?
But you don't believe in anything. I believe in a higher power, but it's not your higher.
A higher power.
But look, it is what it is.
What does your higher power look like?
My how believe. You know what?
Wait.
I love this guy. Believe in food.
Believe in food.
Yes. And what is that?
Can't go wrong. Someone eating. Someone
Oh.
eating.
Look,
Oh man. Just die with the curveball for the win. Believe in
Poor
food.
Alex. He wants to play.
All right. We'll help your kid out, man. It's good. We've hit the 2-hour mark. We have done it.
yes. Hey, look. Final
Even with
thought.
technical issues and all, we made it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I fucked you guys up.
Yeah, you did.
We'll probably be back on tomorrow for the debate. It'll be a special episode.
Yeah. Join
I
us
say
tomorrow.
we can live stream it, man. I don't give a shit. We can live stream that.
We'll
thing.
live stream that. Hey,
We
listen,
can live stream
I
as
don't
long
care.
as we're
We'll
talking
live
all over it. As long as we're talking all over it and we're not making money on it, no one gives a shit. We're fine.
Fuck
What are
it.
they gonna
Let's
do,
live stream
cut
the
us-
fuck out of it.
Cut it off.
No, they're not going to cut anything off. Those are viewers. They're going to stream it. And the more viewers they have, the more they make more money when more people watch it online. So who the hell cares if we're streaming it? They're not going to do a damn thing.
All right,
We're
then.
We're gonna watch it
Vaya
and
con
criticize it.
Dios, Ave Maria.
Vaya con Dios.
Santa.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Just I appreciate you stopping in, man. All right, this is one of my projects. This podcast that I do with Frank, and Ina comes in periodically. I will maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty tired. I don't know if I'll be streaming anything else tonight. I've been tweaking the Streamlabs settings though, and I think I just had to turn some stuff down, even though it was working before. But I will fine tune it, and eventually I'll get back on Borderlands. So we'll keep in touch.
Hey, listen, for those of you that listen for the first time to the show, thank you. Make sure you share us with your friends. Make sure you share us with your enemies. Make sure you share us with your frenemies.
Remini.
I still does that.
I still say it wrong, but I don't give a shit.
The Frenemies.
All right,
I
you
consider
all
you an
know
enemy,
what I'm saying.
and you're a
all
friend of
right.
us.
Yeah, you guys know what the hell I'm saying. Right? Frenemies.
Oh yeah, it's a friendly
Friends
enemy.
are-
It's a friend of mine.
Yes. Sounds good. Hope the streaming stuff works better. It will work better.
It will, man.
Today was
On both shows, it'll work better. We're old
today
men.
was just
We're
a
old men
mistake.
playing a new man's game, man. We're a young man's game. We'll figure this out.
Nah, but listen. Today, when you really look at it, I fucked it up when I left the studio a minute, and I put the headset on the keyboard, and I killed you guys. So my apologies to that
Like the
one.
visual Himalaya.
Yeah, I killed it, man. Sorry, but listen. This is Speaking It Real. We come to you every majority of the Wednesday night.
Good deal.
All right. So come, but tomorrow we're gonna be back on for that presidential debate.
We should
Carlos
definitely be
and I-
on. That's gonna be fun.
You should bring Liz on too.
Nope. We're gonna sit here and talk shit about it.
No, bring
All right.
Carlos.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely not.
You gotta bring your
Tomorrow,
brother.
hey, I'm gonna say it like this.
Come on.
Tomorrow is just Frank Cuesta and Carlos Contreras. Maybe
Oh.
we'll bring Joe on. If we bring Carlos, we gotta bring Joe.
Fine.
All right. But hey, listen, this is simple. You might agree with what we're speaking. You might agree.
Might disagree.
You might disagree with what we're
That
speaking.
Coke bottle is kicked in, folks.
Yes. Touch
But-
my teeth. Touch my teeth.
You know what? Catch you guys fucking tomorrow, man. I can't even fucking finish this.
Speaking the Real Podcast. Vamos a mandarle ahí a Speaking of Real Podcast. Oye, ¿te enteraste del nuevo podcast? ¿Cuál es?
I lied. You either agree with what we're speaking or you can disagree with what we're speaking. But you know what? We're always speaking it real. Catch you guys next week.
Thank you for watching. Speaking with You is brought to you by Clovercrest Media. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. See you next week.
Speaking the Real Podcast. Vamos a mandarle ahí a Speaking of Real Podcast. Oye, ¿te enteraste del nuevo podcast? ¿Cuál es? De Speaking Real. Speaking is real, normal. Oye, mi inglés está malo, pero Speaking is real es lo mejor, mi hermano. Vengo descargando de antemano para que sepa, si quieres un podcast bueno, mire, Speaking, que se respeta. Para que lo sepas, están duros y le meten. Speaking real, pana, no hay billete, pero sí hay talento para demostrar. Y cuando estemos arriba, todito vamos a ayudar.